Hello, Prince George's County congregations. Your congregation answered the call before. You've already started the journey to care for creation. But what comes next? The Faithful Green Leaders Training from Interfaith Partners for the Chesapeake is your next step. This free multi-session training gives you the tools, the connections, and the confidence to build or grow an active green team at your place of worship. We've trained many congregation green teams that didn't know where to start. Now they're leading watershed cleanups and reducing energy costs. FGLT helps us connect our faith to environmental justice while building stronger relationships in our community. Whether you're just getting started or ready to scale your efforts, IPC will walk with you step by step. RSVP for IPC's online Faithful Green Leaders Training, where you will learn how to establish and grow a green team at your congregation, about exciting environmental education programs to engage your congregation and help your green team access grants to bring projects to life on your property, such as a composting program, installing pollinator meadows, and removing impervious surfaces like depaving parking lots. We also help you to develop an in-depth action plan for your green team at your congregation to engage in community initiatives like tree plantings and starting a community garden. We also work side by side with you to help spread the word to your congregation and community. Join us to reignite your mission, strengthen your team, and make lasting change in your community. This 3-part virtual training will be held via Zoom from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. We also provide team building resources and equip you with tools and tips on how to get your faith leader on board. When you register, please do not opt out of future emails, and this will affect your ability to receive all the event Zoom links and other related materials for this training. All attendees are strongly encouraged to come with at least 2 other people from their congregation. Register today for our next training.
Hello, my name is Edna Primrose, and I am with Reed Temple AME Church. I'm delighted to be speaking with you today, and thanks to the Interfaith Partners for the Chesapeake to ask me to share some pearls of wisdom around grant administration and operations. We are delighted that we now have a grant with the National Fish and Wildlife Foundation to design a stormwater mitigation project. So we have a contractor that's going to be doing the engineering design for us in the hopes that we will ultimately get funding to make this a reality. I also retired from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, Rural Development Agency, so I have experience as both a grantor and a grantee. I also used to oversee procurement for our entire agency, so I've learned quite a bit along the way that helped put some tools in my toolbox to assist Reed. As I mentioned, we have an environmental justice ministry, and we really pride ourselves on actively engaging our congregation members in their role to protect and safeguard and steward God's environment. So I'm going to provide maybe 2 or 3, maybe 4 pearls of wisdom around grant administration and operations. The first pearl is to have a dedicated coordinator. I am the coordinator for this particular project, and you want to have someone who is going to be shepherding the project, someone who's tracking, who's responsible, who's doing all of the communication with your grantor, etc. That's going to be very helpful because you can always go to one source to find out where you are and where you need to go. The second one is to treat this grant like a business, because it is a business. So start your tracking early, whether it's tracking hours, tracking milestones. Make sure you create a contract with your contractor or subcontractors so that you can hold people accountable and responsible for the work that you need. Also, you're able to relay that information and tell the story to your grant officer when they ask. Finally, it'll make it easier when it's time for you to do your report. Number 3, engage your community. We've had a lot of really cool projects and sparked a lot of interest in our members around environmental stewardship. whether it's the stormwater mitigation project we have now, our work with Interfaith Power and Light on the Sacred Grounds project, which is to promote native planting in Maryland. We also got trees for sacred places from the Maryland Sea Grant and planted trees in our parking lot. And they did a free environmental site assessment for us, which was the blueprint for everything we've done since then. So it has been a lot of fun to work with volunteers who care about this and also learn a little bit. And I have to say, I've learned a lot along the way. The fourth and final point is to use your resources. I've mentioned both IPC and Interfaith Partners for the Chesapeake and Interfaith Power and Light. So make sure that you lean on those experts. We have tons of folks that work with the Chesapeake Bay region, people who work with the Anacostia Rivershed. We've even actually been on boat tours of both the Anacostia and Patuxent Rivershed watershed, so we've learned quite a bit. Your resources are there to help you, and they provide exceptional technical assistance. I just want you to know that you're not alone and you don't have to figure all this out for yourself.